Hey folks, welcome to Set Apart Homestead. This is Travis. Wanted to do a quick video on an update the video that I produced as I'm making this. It would have been yesterday on the Missouri legislation requiring everyone in Missouri, or at least 18 to 35, to own an AR-15. I actually was able to speak with the Missouri State Representative that wrote that bill, Andrew McDaniel. We talked for quite a while on the phone. Wasn't able to record it, but there may be a chance in the future to do a video interview with him. And just to give you an update on what's going on with that. His original intention was to never pass a bill like that because, not that he would be opposed to everyone owning an AR-15, but because he would never want to use government to force anyone to do something that they were opposed to. In the time that we had talking together, he convinced me quite well that he's one of us. This guy is just a kind of good old country boy down in the Boot Hill of Missouri. And it was funny because the reason why we had to do it over the phone, the way it worked, is he lives so far out in the woods that he doesn't get internet service where he lives. So, he does live like many of us, many of you that watch the channel and stuff. He's an extremely staunch Second Amendment supporter and supporter of the Constitution, and believes in very limited government. That he views his job, he said, as to try to reduce the size of government, which is why he generally votes no on most issues. So I, don't get so caught up in the fact that, this guy's trying to force people to own guns. That's not the point. The point that he was trying to make was to show, number one, show the left that their ridiculous ideas of trying to force you to purchase health care or force you to do something or prevent you from doing something that is just a normal right is a wrong thing to do. And he also did it to try to wake up conservatives and to point out those Republicans that are, rhino Republican in name only. This guy, man, if I could vote for him, if he was my rep, I would be excited. And I'm thankful that there are people like that. It encourages me to see that there are still good people that serve in public office in this nation. Sometimes they're hard to find. So, if you've got it's in the 150th district of Missouri. If you know anyone that lives down there, give him a call and say, hey, you need to get behind this guy. He's a really good person. And we just talked like a couple of good old boys on the phone. It was funny. He said that he's much more pro-gun than the NRA. And, it just in talking to him, he definitely convinced me that he is, they're fighting the good battle while we can still fight it. He said that in Missouri, that most of the conservatives like him, they see that, with the radically influx of socialists and the liberal Democrats, that they need to do as conservatives. They need to get out there and pass as much legislation, good conservative legislation, put as much controls on government as they can, because it may not be that much longer before there is a complete takeover by the liberals and the Democrats. So that is one of the things that they're trying to do in Missouri, is try to get as much good conservative legislation passed to at least hold it off a little bit longer, because when they get into power, when the liberals get into power, I have a feeling that things are going to start getting bad everywhere. And it's coming eventually. And Missouri is a very strong conservative state, but it doesn't mean that it couldn't happen someday. So I wanted to give you an update. Eventually, I'm hoping to be able to do a more formal interview with him. It was kind of funny. He said he's been getting a lot of media requests all over the world. If you look this bill up, there's media outlets all over. And of course, they're attacking him, that he's some crazy gun nut and all this kind of stuff. But he was invited in Great Britain to come on a morning talk show on TV. and he turned it down because he told me that he wasn't going to go anywhere, that he couldn't carry his gun. So that added some definite respect for the man in my book. So I just wanted to give you an update. He is serious, though, about working out this tax credit bill for purchasing a firearm in the state of Missouri. So he said he'll have to see how that goes, and he'll keep me updated on it. You know, right now the Missouri legislature's on spring break, so he said he'll see when he gets back what he can do to try to push something like that. And they're, at this point, in this stage, they're kind of unsure what that would look like. But it is something of interest of his. And it's not a bill that he is working on because it's on the Missouri Senate side, but the Missouri Senate just passed a bill this week basically nullifying all federal gun control laws and making it a crime for any federal agency or officer to, you know, try to enforce federal gun control laws within the state of Missouri. So Missouri is looking really good on conservative issues, especially the Second Amendment. But I just wanted to shoot a quick video on that, and I will keep you all updated as things go along. You know, I've got an open door with this representative, and he said he'd like to continue the conversation with him. So last night was just kind of a get to know each other on the phone kind of thing, very informal, but it went very well. So just wanted to keep you all updated, especially those that live in Missouri and those that are thinking to move to Missouri. Stuff like this kind of matters to us. So thank you all for watching, and I'll do my best to keep you updated on this one, and I'll check you in the next video.